Hello and welcome back to another jarring episode of the News You Missed, the weekly recap. This is the show that goes into a podcast format and catches you up on all the major gaming news stories from the week. You don't want to be out of the loop, so click subscribe, get ready to like and share the video so other people know what's going on, and be ready to comment down below as we're going to be going through quite a few stories here. I do this every week to get people caught up on the stories that they might have missed. There's ways that you can stay in contact and catch these stories a lot sooner than today. Follow me over on Twitter or hit me up on Discord, and you can support me on Patreon for a chance to win a new console, or stay subscribed here for a chance to win a Nintendo Switch. Now with all that out of the way, let's jump right into the news. I want to begin with, there was someone who decided to create the perfect PokéRap with 812 Pokemon names. Yeah, so you can catch the video. I'll go ahead and link it in the description below, as I always do. There's really not much to this other than the fact that, there used to be a PokéRap, and the anime used to have it on before a lot of the shows, and it would go into several of the Pokemon names, and it would rap the names, and that's how people tried to learn the Pokemon. Well, apparently this individual has decided to attempt to make 812 Pokemon names in a rap. So that's pretty crazy. Probably very, very difficult for him to do, continuously talking like that. That's quite a great amount of time to have to try and name off every Pokemon name. So there you are. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2013, a letter has surfaced about Satoru Iwata replying to a fan, giving them advice and encouragement. This guy, man, Iwata, if you guys didn't know, he's one of the individuals who was very heavily involved with Nintendo. At one point in time, he had a massive position. He has worked on tons of game franchises. Do you think of a game franchise? He's probably had a hand in it. He died, unfortunately, and it was very depressing that he did die, because he apparently sent out a letter to an individual encouraging them and trying to uplift them. If you want to read the full letter, I'll go ahead and pop it on the screen, parts of it, maybe all of it if I can. And again, I strongly encourage you to take the link in the description below. It's really great to see high-level employees over at Nintendo taking time out of their day to reply to fans, especially in such an encouraging way. And I want to keep rolling with the Nintendo news. Japan's Splatoon 2 will get CoroCoro fan-designed mecha gear. Yeah, there's not much to the story other than the fact that it's mecha gear. It looks like, it looks what Shadow the Hedgehog would wear if he was in Splatoon. I'm just going to throw it out there. Not really throwing shade, it's just black and red, so I guess it looks cool. I don't know. It's just a costume, so if it's your thing, it's your thing. If it's not, then, hey, sorry. And also, if you're not in Japan, I guess you're not going to get it. There was also a Nintendo Direct with an emphasis on Splatoon 2 and ARMS, so for people out there who are really into those, make sure to check into the Nintendo Direct that was posted. I'm recording this before the Nintendo Direct, so if there was massive news, I'll make sure to put an addendum down in the description below, and you can link off and watch the full Nintendo Direct. But I strongly encourage you, if you're interested in Nintendo, to check into it. We have some new games coming out for the Switch. Bandai Namco reveals God Eater 3 for the Switch. That's pretty crazy, because God Eater is quite an intensive title. To see it working on the Switch, that's really, really nice. So if you guys are interested in that, Bandai Namco makes really, really good games. Being on the Switch, I mean, if you see the trailer, you see what's going on in the game, you like the game, you should probably pick it up. It couldn't hurt, and it'll give you another game for your library. Senran Kagura Peach Ball won't be censored here in the West. Yeah, there was another game that came out for it, and then apparently going to be coming out for the Nintendo Switch that was based on panties. So I kind of put these two stories together. Would not be surprised if this game didn't appear on the Nintendo Switch too, since the panty game did. But yeah, I really don't have to talk about this anymore, do I? If you were into the series and you wanted to see it on the Nintendo Switch, yeah, it's probably going to make its debut on the Nintendo Switch, unless for some reason it gets pulled, so there you go. President of Sony's worldwide studio has pre-ordered the Nintendo LABO VR kit. I find this incredibly funny and amazing, because there is PlayStation VR, so it's not like someone over at Microsoft where they only have the HoloLens or something like that. No, they actually do have PSVR, and PSVR has quite a few titles on it, though not really sure if there are a lot of titles that you would want to play. Or VR in general, because again, it's not Mario or Zelda in VR. I'm 100% sure that this is probably because he wants to play Mario Odyssey and Zelda Breath of the Wild in VR. So, online ID changes on PSN. Your questions answered. There's an official page. It answers all your questions, concerns, things like that. Apparently, you're able to change your ID as well for free. The auto-generated names are ridiculous, so very similar to how the Xbox had that system going. These two would be very, very ridiculous. So be very aware that you would probably want to change your name to something that you would like. So if you have XX, Smokeweed 420, XX No Scope, MW2 Master, something like that going on with your gamer tag, probably a good time to change it. Just saying, you probably grew up quite a bit and grew out of that. Hey, we're also going to be moving into PC news here. Octopath Traveler is heading to PC in June. That's right. If you didn't know, there's an Octopath prequel game that is going to phones and mobile type of systems like that. But originally, Octopath Traveler was an exclusive for the Nintendo Switch, meaning that this is pretty crazy to see. It's awesome. I'm all for exclusivity moving to an open market. PC is the best. Almost everyone has access to some type of PC, and a game like Octopath, if it doesn't require intensive graphics, it will probably be able to be run by a lot of low-tier systems, but we'll have to see. Again, it just depends on how they program and what is required. So the more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. Octopath Traveler is an absolute great game. If you like what you see, again, make sure to purchase it and keep an eye out for it. Early quit penalties are coming to Apex Legends. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Apex Legends has problems with people dropping out. If you know you're going to lose and you're not going to get a lot out of it. A lot of people have done that in the past with multiplayer games. Doesn't matter if it's Call of Duty, Halo. If it's a ranked type of game, a lot of people will quit early just due to the simple fact that they don't like to lose. Wow, shock. A real blow to the ego there. There's a piece of script missing that caused leaving a match early penalty to be turned on when it shouldn't have been, and that's why it wasn't in the patch notes. It's a little bit of a problem, but apparently they're ironing out the kinks, so you're going to be seeing that soon. By the way, Nepal has banned PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I mean, what other countries are going to be banning this game? I swear. Quote, "We have ordered the ban on PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds because it is addictive to children and teenagers." That would be the deputy director at the nation's telecoms regulator of Nepal Telecommunications Authority, and they told Reuters according to their report. That's pretty funny. Addictive? Yeah, I guess you should be banning gambling, cigarettes, alcohol, tons of stuff. I mean, come on, man. Really? Anonymous millionaire wants to set up a real-life battle royale on a private island. I mean, I kind of predicted this with my theory about how there was a real-life battle royale before, but, I'm not really surprised about this. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Apparently, there's a hush-hush website and a project that pays 1,500 euros daily with the expected 6-week duration and a contract set to pay out 45,000 euros. 100-person battle royale event on a private island. Pretty crazy. You could win 100,000 euros if you want, so I mean, if you're willing to jump in there. Apparently going to be airsoft guns with touch-sensitive body armor, and the last person standing wins that 100,000 euros. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there that I don't really think this is the best idea. I'm sure somebody is going to get hurt, bit by a snake or spider. Something crazy is going to go down. Mark my words, it always does with situations like this. Also, Sea of Thieves has a new competitive arena mode that is 24 minutes of glorious consequence-free PvP carnage. Sea of Thieves is a interesting game. If you guys don't remember it, I'll go ahead and pop the trailer in the background. Like I said, as always, if you see what you see and you like what you see, make sure to get it. But basically, you're going to be able to do PvP carnage with consequence-free. It kind of takes the fear out of losing things and progress, which is nice, but at the end of the day, it also contributes nothing. So for those people out there who are always saying games are a waste of time, well, that would definitely be a waste of time, except for in terms of entertainment. So, I don't know. Rockstar has dropped the lawsuit against Pinkertons. Yeah, so Pinkertons suing Rockstar. They didn't want to be referenced in the game at all, so there was a cease and desist order for Rockstar and Take-Two for Red Dead Redemption 2. The presence in their game was to be removed, and they were to stop selling Red Dead Redemption 2, which is something they were not going to do. In response, they preemptively countersued Pinkertons and insisted that the historical nature of the game was made to use Pinkertons in fair use, which probably was going to be true. I can't see a judge ruling in terms of fair use for a place versus historical connotations, saying that you can't put their name or their image there. If history happened, it happened. You know what I mean? And if you're trying to portray a game historically in somewhat fashion, fiction or not, you know, you can't sue over fair use like that. So anyways, basically what ended up happening is that suit's been dropped and it's likely been settled outside of court. So yeah, there you go. Red Dead Redemption 2 is still purchasable, viable, and playable. Amazon has posted concept art of Respawn's Star Wars game early. It looks pretty cool. Jedi, the Fallen Order. I don't really know what else to say. It's just one image on Twitter from Lucasfilm Games to LucasArts, Star Wars games, EA era. First concept art for Respawn. It looks cool. Giant ship is crashed, which is one of the Star Destroyers, I believe. And there is a Jedi in a snowy range. He has a sword. Perhaps it's a specific Jedi. I can't really tell. Maybe it's Luke Skywalker. Maybe it's someone else. I'm not sure, but there it is. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice sells around 2 million copies in 10 days. That's pretty crazy. You guys know that game that is very, very similar to the Soul series, except that it has Japanese samurai workings and you get to die at least one time and resurrect yourself and try it again. This is a very, very difficult game, which leads into my next story, explaining the gaming community's newest joke about cheating. So I'm gonna throw this out there. It started in a PC Gamer article in which the author explained that they used cheating software for Sekiro's final boss, and they didn't regret it. Now, this is where I'm going to have to step in. There was a meme born of this. For people who were cheating, a lot of people have come to say this type of text and put it into game format. You cheated not only the game, but yourself. You didn't grow, you didn't improve, you took a shortcut and gained nothing. You experienced a hollow victory. Nothing was risked, nothing was gained. It's sad that you don't know the difference. So a lot of companies, gaming companies, people, they've all been posting stuff about this, showing how you can cheat with certain games, and then ended up putting this text within it, and it became a very, very popular meme. Now, I want to go right back to that. There's been an ongoing debate that Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice has been screwing its consumer bases and disrespecting its consumer because it doesn't have an easy mode, i.e., this game is just too difficult to play. Now, let me tell you, I'm terrible at Dark Souls. I really need to get good. Unfortunately, I do not have the time to get good. Therefore, I can't get good currently. I don't blame the game for being too difficult. It's just not fun for me. If I don't want to play a game where I die dozens and dozens of times like that, I won't play it. Therefore, I don't play it. I don't say that the game needs an easy mode. I don't cheat to beat the final bosses. I don't do that stuff because there is nothing in it. As this article had pointed out, the meme is absolutely correct. You gain nothing. It's a hollow victory. So for those out there who try to agree with this guy about using cheats to take on the final boss, yes, game cheats can be fun. I'm not ruling that out at all. I'm only claiming that if you haven't played the game straight once, you're only cheating yourself. And to cheat oneself is pretty sad. You're gaining nothing out of it, and you know that you're cheating yourself. So that's how I feel about it. I come from an era where I've seen the rise and fall of Game Genie, Action Replay, Game Sharks, and I've been able to play games with and without them, and I've come to understand that it's way more fun to play through the game one time without cheats than to play through it with cheats first. Finally, Ubisoft apologizes for oh my god. Ubisoft apologizes for homophobic slur in the Division 2 street art. We apologize that it slipped through our content review process. and we currently are reviewing them in order to avoid this kind of oversight in the future. Listen, if you are so easily offended by text that you can't even see with the naked eye unless you zoom in on it very, 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 very far in a massive multiplayer, huge open world type of game, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you shouldn't be playing these types of video games. Proto, we deserve to be safe. You are safe online, okay? I don't get upset if somebody calls me a cracker because I'm white. I don't get upset at someone for calling me cis or whatever else they want to call me. It doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. I don't care. I don't care. I've way grown, way moved past that BS. That's all I have to say about it, really. There's literally nothing else I can speak on this matter. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, it's not even funny. So that'll do it for this episode of The News You Missed, the weekly recap. I really greatly appreciate you taking the time out to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to click that like button and make sure to comment down below what your favorite story was or which story identified and resonated most with you. I look forward to your replies because I do try to read all of them and they give me something to do during my downtime. Yes, I work quite a lot. Again, I work another job. I usually work around 128 hours to 140 every 2 weeks. This is quite a lot, man. And whenever I have these comments to read through, they help me get through the day. So, I've been your host, Protomario. As always, good gaming. God bless. Thanks for taking time out to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.